Are you really going to miss this?
We do this training once a year. There's 800,000 to 1 million people that'll join us, and it's an opportunity for you at absolutely no cost to figure.
I picked the software engineering program because they pay very well. It's a fast-paced industry. It was 10 months, so a little bit longer. The boot camp allowed me to keep my job, honestly, and continue working. My end goal.
Michael says test. Michiel Deming says test. Geo says looking and sounding good. Geo says love the music by the way. Kodak says, so dude. Tim says good evening Mike, is GTA on the agenda today?
Right. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. Welcome. My dog does not like the standing up desk. She's like, what is going on? She is really concerned right now for my well-being. How's it going, everybody? Welcome in. Welcome on. Welcome all. Hope you're having a wonderful day so far. Today we are back going over GTA. Did it come out? Did the new GTA come out? That wasn't out yet. $2026.
Product says, stand-up desks are a must for programming TBH.
You think it's a must? Yeah. Turn it down slightly. This so you get the text-to-speech a little bit louder. All right. Hello, everybody. I got the standing up desk going on today.
Jim says over under 40.5 minutes until Mike decides he hates the standing desk. Product says,
Might be shorter than that.
I see you are not on Python anymore. Did you get to a good stopping point?
Hey, how's it going, CP Codex? What's going on, dude? No, we're still learning Python, still grinding Python every single day. Or not every single day, but trying to do as much as we can. I've just been trying to do some other stuff, learn some like full stack frameworks here to better set ourselves up in our projects up for success.
Jim says Mike sold his chair due to economic conditions. Rip.
All right. Yeah, I'm doing some React work just so I can, better set up my projects to have front end, capability. Right? I just want to have easier front end capability with my current project. So I just released, if you guys haven't seen my demo video.
I've been finding an interest in React Next projects lately. Might pick that up and pump out a project or two.
Yeah, same, dude. It's really easy to just quickly build up some components for a...
I've seen a lot of people make some cool stuff with Next.
Yeah, it's just really easy to quickly build up some components to build up a kind of a front end and then sync those. So if you guys haven't seen, I just launched this demo video. So go check that out if you guys haven't. We're gonna put this demo video onto our.
Though I love Python TBH, one of my favorite languages right now.
Yeah, me too. Me too. All right, let's get into this. Oh, my thumbnail. Okay. So yesterday we left off on our portfolio site here. We are almost there in terms of getting to a point where we can kind of release and get it working. And once we get this released, we can start kind of applying for some jobs, I think. What do you guys think? Should we start applying for jobs after we get this pushed out?
Eduardo says, Grok, is this true? Mart 1661 says, what if Mike?
Hey Marty, how's it going? What's going on, Gio? All right. Cool, so this is our current project.
Kodak says, I started building a dev blog for myself with Django, but as time went on I started thinking it might be best to build it on something like React instead, so I shelved that project for the time being.
Yeah, definitely.
1661 says was learning to code a Discord bot in Pi.
Nice, dude. Discord bot, that's cool. All right. So this is our current portfolio website that we have drafted so far. It's just basic and clean, nothing too crazy, no crazy fonts or nothing going on right now. Just very basic structure just to get the job done and convey the necessary information to recruiters and whatnot. So feeling good about this so far. So what I have here is I have some various pages: home, about, blog, projects, and community. We're going to work on the community today. That's our goal for today, is to finish the community section. And at this point, the project will be finished and we can probably push our finalized code to a hosting platform and host the website. And then we will start applying for some jobs. So I'm going to have to actually charge my headphones here for about 5 minutes. So bear with me on that front. Turn that so we don't get an echo here. So sorry about that. We'll get the music going in about 5 minutes. I got to charge up my AirPods here. Okay, so right, we wrote in a home page where we have our employment experience component, which has a so we have employment experience component, we have a job component, and then we have a position under that job component. So that's how I structure these. So the job is Thermo Fisher Scientific, right? And then I have various positions under that job for that employer. And then the same structure is set up here where I have a education, a degree, and a degree institution. And so I can add various, degree institutions under said degree if need be, or whatnot. So it's very modular. It's very easy to expand with React, these individual kind of components, which I really like and have been liking about React so far. So we do need to fill in this information with some bullet points about our current employment experience, my previous role, and then also about our experience when we're contracted by our colleague to develop the small business manager for them, which they're currently using as their entire business suite for managing their inventory, expenses, transactions, income statement generation, and automatic balance sheet generation for the calendar years for taxation purposes. So I was contacted by a colleague of mine to build this project for them, and I took it on as kind of like my first kind of freelance contractor position, I guess, as a software programmer. And so I wrote that for them, and with their permission also, we opened up to a community version and made it open source for other business owners to use. And so they allowed us to do that. And so if you guys would like to access that code and contribute it, please do so in my GitHub and link in the description and for my Discord, where you can get access to the community discussion regarding that open source project. But yeah, so we are going to continue on today. So our goals for today, let's get out a little sticky note. So goals for 5.11, right? How do I zoom in here? I'll float this on top. I thought I did that. Okay. So number one, we need to fill in the job description information on the home page. We need
Mart
to...
1661 says looking W so far.
Nice, Marty. I'm glad you like it. I'll turn off my... so you don't get the echo. Okay. So next thing we want to do is number 2. We need to incorporate icons for external link visits, like GitHub, YouTube, etc. Number 3, build community page. Number 4.
Mart 1661 says no echo, just a little too loud.
A little too loud. Gotcha. Turn that down. Okay, make a blog post. Make first blog post. Okay. Number 5, finalize the projects page. We're gonna add in chroma plot.
Tim says if Mike gets a job, we're gonna have a party stream.
Oh yeah, for sure. We're gonna definitely have a party stream if I get a dev offer. We gotta go crazy. That'd be crazy. But the thing is I'm a little bit worried, you guys. Honestly, I'm not saying that like I'm important or whatnot, but like I do provide a lot of stake in my current position, and like I'm currently like in the middle of starting this project, so I'm a little bit worried, you know, by voicing this online that some people are gonna get the wrong ideas at my current place, but also I'm a little bit worried, uh, because about the ability to walk away, you know, and do something different. You know, it is my life, but uh, they kind of don't need me, but they need me. I do provide a lot of value for my current team. I build a lot of stuff. I work at a rate extremely fast compared to my coworkers, and just churn over revenue at a pretty quick rate. And my quality of my products is really good too, because I'm just a pretty decent chemist, I guess. Okay, so add in the chroma plot video. We need to, this is the wrong demo video. Change demo video for task tracker, and then add inventory system project. Right. Okay, these are our goals for today. What you guys working on today? If you guys are part of the stream, you guys are here, leave a thumbs up. I really appreciate you guys being here and joining me today. Let's go ahead and get moving here. So let's go ahead. Let's go here. We'll cd. Let's go here. Okay, so we want to go get status. Okay, I modified the header, modified the job. Okay, so get add, get commit on this. We'll do here. We'll say bug fix, job, export, and then we also did header. I changed the header header link. Import. Okay, we'll push this up. Okay, now we're get status here. Okay, we're on dev. Okay, so let's go here. Let's go get get check out -b. We're gonna check out a branch called community dev community. Okay, and now we're on our community branch here. So we're going to work on the community page here. So what I want to do is we're going to create we have a component here for our page called community. And we have a header on here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw on here, or we're going to create a new component. How do I want to do this actually? Let me do this. Create a new component called discord.jsx. Okay, let's go here and let's do a function discord. Right? We'll do this and open that up. Pulling on these cords, everything's okay. Okay. I need to get a longer Ethernet cord. Okay, function discord. We're going to return some values, and we'll return here a fragment. Okay, in the Discord, we're going to basically...
Tim says nice ceiling, Mike.
Nice ceiling. We're going to create a card. Or how did I do? I did blog, which has here, and then a blog post. And the blog post goes on a individual card, right? Yeah. So in GitHub, or in Discord, we're going to import card. We're going to create this card. And then let's go here. Let's make, actually, quickly, let's do a div first. We'll call this class name Discord. Let me see here on blog post, I have the div outside of the card, so I will keep the same format.
BCA says, I thought you don't like web dev stuff.
It is inevitable. It seems like JavaScript, it's the Thanos of programming. It seems like it just seems inevitable. And if I want to build quickly, get some quick, user UI graphics stuff and have my project sync up to be able to actually display stuff on the internet, it seems to be pretty necessary. So that's why we're going down this route here. But we're going to be continuing on with Python, don't worry. We're going to build a spectroscopy project next. I just released a demo video of my chromaplot.com, so go check that out. But we're going to be doing spectroscopy simulator next after this project. So in the Discord, we're going to create a card element. Inside of our card, we're going to house an H2. They'll be called Discord Community. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and put this.
BCA says, good stuff, bro.
Nice. We'll go ahead and put this. Let's go ahead and clear some stuff out here. Let's go import Discord. We need to go here and go export default Discord. And then in our community tab, we'll import the Discord from Discord. So we'll put in here a Discord object. Cool. So this is going to be class name. This is on community. We're going to do a div here. We'll do a class name equal to. This will be community main. Section, community main. Okay, and then what we're going to do, I'm going to add in, I'm going to take my Discord, copy this. We're going to create a new file, a new component called youtube.jsx, not CSV. Paste that in here, call this YouTube. Class name is going to be YouTube. And then YouTube community. Okay. I'm going to we're going to then export YouTube. And then we're going to add on here a YouTube from YouTube. Cool. So then I'm going to go into my stylings here. I'm going to go here down to the bottom. Dot community main. Let's open this up. Let's do display, flex, align content, align items.
Mart 1661 says, Mike, is it me or transitioning to applying your programming skills for actual use takes time?
Mike, is it me or is transitioning to applying your programming skills for actual use takes time? What do you mean exactly by that, Marty? Like in terms of, like, are you trying to transition from just like simple like practice problems into actual projects that actually have some real world use? Like, what can you provide a little bit more detail? Okay, so content section main. We'll say space between. Content main. Community main. Community main. Oh, and open up the div. And put these in there. There we go. Cool. So now we have those to the left and to the right. Okay, I'm going to come here though. I'm going to say space around. Right, there we go. Okay, let's go here. And let's start adding some stuff into here. So in the Discord community, we have an H2. We're going to have, what else should I add on to here?
Like.
Thanks, AZ. Appreciate the like. If you guys are here, throw a thumbs up on the stream. It really, really helps. Appreciate you guys so much for being here and joining me. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay. So Discord community, YouTube community. We'll make these we'll just say Discord here.
Tim says I liked multiple times FR.
Nice, Tim. All right, Discord and YouTube. So what are we going to do? We want a, right, this is going to be a link. So we're going to need to import.
Mart 1661 says, after learning the basics like while loops and if statements, but I find it difficult to applying them in real-world situations like working with files, folders, fetching data, and so on. As says FR like.
After learning the basics for while loops and if statements OOP, but I find it difficult to start applying them to real-world situations. Yeah, honestly, you've got to find, the easiest way to do that is to find something that actually applies to yourself. So try to like really like ponder like internally like on yourself and be like, what do I do on a daily basis that would be really beneficial to like, speed up, automate, what do I do manually right now? Like, are you like a photo editor? Do you have to go search through a bunch of photos and organize them by date, right? Or are you like a videographer? Do you want to find out what points in your video feed is there no audio and automatically snip them out, right? You could do a bunch of stuff like that, detect, peaks in those, find areas in your own personal passions and incorporate them into programming and such. Because if you try to incorporate things you actually don't care about, you're never going to finish the projects and it'll really just kind of be a pain on you. Let's get the music going again. How about you guys? I like the stand-up vibes. You guys like the stand-up vibe? I feel like a real streamer here. Okay, so we have a link object that we're going to have into this Discord. How did I use this last time? Here. So this just links to that path. So if I want a link, I'd have to like use a link, actually use an anchor tag actually, right? So let's do this. Let's say anchor. This is going to be class name, Discord link. Okay, and then we'll put the invite link here for the Discord, which is, let's go grab that. Copy link. That's a good idea. That's a good point too. Let's do that. Discord link. Okay, we'll have join. I'm going to give a so on click of this button, I gotta think here. How do we want to do this? So that we have a button, and then we have a class name is this. We have a on click. We're gonna run our event handler travel. Go to, like so, and then we'll come up here and we'll write in a function. I don't think we return the function. Do you return? Hold on, let's go to my GitHub. Yeah, the function's outside of the return. Underneath that, okay. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. We're going to create a function here. We'll say this is how can I do this? What did I do before? GitHub, I said handle on click, window.open. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so let's go here. We'll create a new const variable called handle click. We'll open this up, where we're going to say which is equal to a function that will do the following action. We're going to do the window.open. This Discord link, or not that link. No, come on. Copy. Paste. There we go. Okay, so you with open that. Why does it do that on a refresh? Huh. What's going on here? Why is it doing with any click? With any refresh? What is going on? Why is this opening up Discord?
69 says check on CLIC.
Oh, because it's a function. I don't want to run the function. I want to do that. There we go. Cool. So now you have that. Join the Discord. Discord button.
That boy Ryan says target equals blank.
Yeah, target blank here.
Ryan 69 says did it help?
Yeah, we removed the function here. We don't want to run the function on a click. We only want to run the function on click. We don't want to have the function just run on default on the page run, right? By having the set of parentheses, it makes the function run no matter what upon refresh, but that's not what we wanted. Okay, so now we have that. I'm gonna go ahead and grab our profile picture for programmers. Where is that profile
Delta
picture?
2020 says, my body is full of sunburns.
Oh, that sucks. Here's our profile pic. When you copy paste a 27 different Stack Overflow answer to one program, it actually compiles. Programmer. Okay, so we're going to edit.
Devgood 2020 says noise.
Let's go here, Shift Control, and let's take a screenshot of the fields we want. Here we go. All right, let's save that. Okay, let's go grab that download. Let's bring that into our public images. Okay, we're gonna go here. And we're gonna go below the join button. Let me open up really quickly.
It's says, are you wanting to do this without using MOI?
What's MUI?
Hey, what's going?
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add, we have a Discord. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna add in an image tag. Source, it's gonna be equal to this here.
It's says, it's a React component with pre-made UI components.
How do I do this? There we go. Okay. It's a component where you made pre-made UIs. I'm making everything from scratch here. I've been working on this for about 6-7 hours now, total. Been making everything from scratch here. So Discord, we have an image, we have a Discord, we have button join. Give a class name to this. Discord card. Okay, so then what happens if I go here?
2020 says, noise, Alerta Pro at CSS.
Display. Flex.
Tim says, what a great server image.
See, the thing is I can't override class name card. Let me go like this.
Devka 2020 says, unironically, I still remember learning flex boxes from Link Flexbox Frogs.
Nice, dude. Flexbox Frogs. I wanna... So what happens if I... Let me see if I go like this. What happens if I do the .discord? No, see, the thing is I have my card here, but I'm styling my card a different way up here. Flex, column direction, solid, padding, right? So how can I want to style the .card, but also style the Discord card specifically, right? I want to style the card Discord card, so I can style this specific card. What do you guys think? So let's set this image.
Ryan69 says, group them both in one.
They are grouped here under Discord in this div. But the card itself, right, is this div that has see then that updates every single one of them.
Says, what would make the Discord card different than the YouTube card? You could just have one CSS card class you use.
That's what I'm doing right now. But I don't want... Well, why didn't these cards update? These are using the cards. I don't get it. I'm using the card up here. If I go here and I do justify content center here, align items center, that doesn't override these? Why doesn't that override those? That doesn't make any sense. Extraction column. Oh, wait. Let me go here too. So on GitHub. Oh, so on the GitHub, what's happening is I'm making all the GitHub information and then sticking that onto the card on the home page. Right? So I'm creating a card and sticking it on the home page. So on the Discord, on the community page, I need to create the card here. Maybe? Alright, we're going down. Time to sit. Oh. Okay. Time to sit. Okay, so then we have a card. So if I go card here, I make a card. And then I stick the Discord in that card. Right? And then I go to Discord and I remove this card. There we go. So now, if I go to Style, just the .discord, and do display flex, flex direction column, justify content center, align items center, like that. Perfect. Nice. So now I'm going to do this here. So then on the community page, we're going to open up another card here and stick the YouTube element inside that said card. Perfect. Now what we'll do is we'll access, I'll do inline CSS on this image here. For style, width, we'll set this to
DevGood 2020 says, LOL homework could be YouTube API to get your featured YouTube channel video automatically.
Yeah, we might have to do that.
Says that's the one thing I've been lazy to do.
The image. So let's just go like this. We have Discord image. We're gonna make width 60%. We'll go even further, 40%. Okay. Border radius 50%.
I'll add a little bit of margin on the bottom with margin bottom 10 pixels. All right, let's work on our title next. Going back to our...
Why is that such a crap? Why is that an oval? What the heck? Why is that an oval?
DevGood 2020 says maybe try 100%. DevGood 2020 says or a set width. DevGood 2020 says set width and height. DevGood 2020 says so it forced to respect on your aspect ratio. Tim says the oval kinda go hard.
The oval does not go hard. My image border radius at 50% is giving oval shape.
DevGood 2020 says, this is a whole new meaning to the presidential Oval Office.
Oh, it's just not perfectly. My screenshot wasn't. Sorry, should I get a better screenshot then?
DevGood 2020 says, don't forget the Twitch card by the way.
Oh, Twitch too. That's a good. Oh yeah, that's right. Object fit is cover. What's that do? Oh, that expands it out. Oh, cool. There we go. Look at that. Programmer. 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 That's funny. 300. How do I... Programmer.
DevGood 2020 says, and if you're looking for a software dev job of some kind, be a good boy and link the lead code profile in the footer.
I'll have to link the... Yeah, I'll have to do my lead code too. Okay. Let's do 150 pixels for the...
Tim says the programmer is actually me. DevGood 2020 says, Discord.
I don't have bot commands on the stream, unfortunately. I'm not that pro streamer yet. Okay. Yeah, no bot commands yet on the stream. Okay. So then I have to get my YouTube profile picture. Let me see here. See if I can find it. Where are you?
DevGood 2020 says, wow, you have like a whole home welcome page on your server. DevGood 2020 says it's been a forever since I've joined new servers.
Yeah, it looks good, huh? Okay, here it is. Here's my profile picture. So let's airdrop that.
DevGood 2020 says, or really been scrolling on Discord post the new UI update on desktop.
Okay, so whatever. Let's do the Discord one first. Okay, so you have join. What else should I add here? Like-
Devgood 2020 says 500 plus members. I see you have a lot of friends, strangers from the internet.
Yeah. On the community section of my portfolio for my Discord.
Devgood 2020 says Discord, Twitch, YouTube, maybe a Twitter or Bluesky like website if you have it. Devgood 2020 says thoughts seem like the most.
Currently have like
Devgood 2020 says and maybe a LinkedIn Indeed account for the professional stuff live.
so I'll do this. I'll say
Devgood 2020 says unless you keep the online life and IRL life separate.
what else should I add here is LinkedIn Indeed account. Yeah, we'll probably have to put our LinkedIn as well. Like why they should join.
Tim says Mike's Twitter would go crazy. He'd be like just met a 12-year-old in my grad level CS class talk. Devgood 2020 says a card with your social security number is a must.
You guys are funny. Okay, so we'll do. I'll say. Or we'll do this. To. This item. Project feedback. We'll say. Study resources. Course, coding, programming course breakdowns. Course breakdowns, study resources, course breakdowns. Open source community projects, and then we'll do more networking, and more. Okay. Add in a paragraph here. Let's say, join my Discord server to get access to a roadmap of my entire computer science learning journey. Right. So I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna set my styles for the Discord. I'm gonna set the width to be 30%. Why is that stuck? Oh, it's in column. Restriction column. Restriction column. Why is it wrapping so quick? Huh. Right, because I have a Discord and in the image. So if I go here and I add in a border solid 1 pixel black, there's that. So then if I set the width to 30%, it shrinks in all of my content, but my card stays large. There we go. I said width of 30%. Oh, but I have this padding on the card itself, right? So if I say 0, huh? Why is this div if I expand this out to like 60%, 80%, 100%.
Steel says, what specifically are you trying to do?
I don't know why this card is like, why when my div shrinks, why the card has so much extra space. That's what I'm not sure of. Right, why does the card have so much extra space? Border radius, padding. It's not the padding. See, then if I remove this,
Trevor says padding or margin.
maybe it's just a natural thing of the. So we'll go padding 0. So that's that. So what is this? No, because that's the outside. So why is there so much padding on the left and right? Left, padding left, 0.
DevGood 2020 says, my GF likes CSS jokes, but she did not appreciate me making the bra padding joke.
Why is there so much white space? So div is 100%. Now that fills 100% of the screen. So now if I say my div is 50%, now it's 50% of the screen. I don't get why my card has so much extra
Says
spacing.
you want the left and right of that card to be smaller?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out here. So why does this card have so much? Is it the way this paragraph is being handled? So if I go like this, and let me remove this paragraph. So there's still space here. Why? Why is my div not filling this? The Discord div.
Datsteel says maybe it's your
There we
justify
go.
content that's applied to you card.
So I fill 100% of my current container card. There we go. So now, if I go onto here though, and I add back on that paragraph tag. Ah, come on. And just add in a bunch of random characters.
John says, you can use the inspect dev tool to see what's applied to it.
So that's expanding out.
Datsteel says cat.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here to the .card.discord, set width to be 500 pixels. We'll say 300 pixels. We'll set height to be 600 pixels. And then we'll access just the we'll make the height, we'll just say 300 then, 300 by 300, no. Let's say 400. There we go, that looks good. Discord. Okay, I'm gonna add in a paragraph tag here. I'm gonna go Discord. Add in that paragraph tag. No. And do right. So now if I come in here and I add in a bunch of just dummy information, so now it bleeds. I'll say I'll say word wrap. Break word. We're gonna go here to the card.discord, add in some padding of 20 pixels. So if I keep adding in a bunch of just random text, it'll expand out. that'll hide and push it off. Okay, so let's do this. Wrap, normal. No. Record. So we'll say this. Join my community server. Get access to my road map. Self-study.
Mahan says, Mr. Deming, how are you?
Hey, dude. Right. Okay. Then what I'll do is I'll have the join button.
Mahan says, TTS really improved your response time. I love it.
Yeah, I can just hear it in the background. I don't have to read everything now, which is really nice. Now, if the chat really starts popping, it might cause problems. So let's put the button below. Right, like so. I'm gonna say community Discord. Should I put the image in the center or image at the top? What do you guys think?
Diallo Binladen says maybe put the Discord logo next to the button and change the style of the button?
Good idea. I was gonna say Discord server. Discord server. Join my community Discord server to get access to my roadmap of self-study resources for learning computer science. Teaching myself. Computer science and programming.
Tim says good evening, Mahan.
Okay, so now let's go ahead and style this button. Okay, so let's go here. Discord button. Don't need this class then. Okay, Discord button. We're gonna do this padding 5 pixels. Width 10 pixels. We'll say 25 pixels. 15 pixels. Join my community Discord server. Padding. I remove this border. I don't need it anymore. I'm gonna add a Discord image. I'm gonna add a box shadow.
Astyle says, what resource did you use for learning React?
I just watched about 2.5 hours of Bro Code's video here on React. I'm about 2 hours and 2.5 hours in. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab I need a image of the Discord logo, transparent background. Let me look up React icons. React and icons, especially. Okay, so let's go here.
Page 5x0 op says, was it helpful?
Okay, so let's go to Discord here. So if I go here and I add in next to the button a FA Discord object, let me wrap this in a div container style. This div, put in these two. So, line items. the Discord blue. This hex code here. There we go. Button. How do you add a hover? Cursor pointer. So what I'll do is I'm actually going to add in, I'm going to remove this div actually. I'm going to take the Discord logo, take it up to the top. I'm going to call a I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna give a Discord F8 Discord. Discord logo. There we go. All right. Let's go to the button. I'm going to style it how I did to this other button. I'm going to take the Discord color. Paste that there. Join like that. What if I give a box shadow to the logos?
Steel says maybe white text.
White text on the oh yeah. I'm going to take the color of my card. Border. Background color. That looks pretty good. What do you guys think about that? Join my community Discord server to get access to my roadmap of self-study resources for teaching myself.
Dad Steele says colors work well.
Yeah, I think it looks pretty good.
Tim says looks clean, Mike. Ejin Lambda says, hey Michael, how is it going?
Hey,
Sorry
dude.
I haven't been able to join the live streams much.
No
was
worries,
busy with
man.
Internship prep and all that.
No problem, dude. I appreciate you being here and just joining me. Welcome. Width, let's say it's 50 pixels. 100 pixels. 75 pixels. There we go. Like that. I'm gonna make the width of that one 75 pixels as well. Community. Should I make a box shadow on the logo and on the button? On the button, that's that box shadow. That looks pretty good. And on the image, or on the logo. Oh, okay. So you can't really give the box shadow of the transparency there. Do you guys think I should remove the box shadows altogether then? Across on the button, and I kind of like it on the button because it looks like it's kind of like popping out. I just wish I had a transparent. I wish it handled the transparency better. I have a transparent Discord logo that I want to apply a box shadow on, but I don't want hard corner edges, like, because it's not a square image, it's transparent. Wrap the image in a div and apply the box shadow there, but hide the overflow and apply the border radius to the wrapper instead of the image
Lambda
itself.
says, have you finished that Python book you were reading?
Which one? I'm reading a few. I've been saying it over and over again. I need to keep going, but I just haven't found the time. I'll remove the box shadow on the image then. And just keep the box shadow on the button. What do you guys think about the box shadow on the button only? I would like to have the box shadow on the image and on the logo, but the button only is fine, I guess. Okay, so let's go ahead and now convert this over into...
Vilvia says, so I recently got Python crash course book. In the beginning I had difficulty understanding it until I learned C++.
Nice, dude. Yeah, so I have the Python crash course book. I read this live on stream as one of my first ever introductions to programming. I paired this book with the Harvard CS50P course. I highly recommend you take a stab at using those courses and the book together. I'm also uploading the try it yourself problems from the book as the solutions to those on my YouTube. I've already completed them in my first pass of the book, but I'm going back through and uploading video solutions to my channel. So I uploaded one yesterday, so make sure you guys go check those out. It's really, really helpful to help see those solutions broken down. It's awesome. Hey man, I just watched your first video about CS50 Python crash course. How long did it take you to complete that? And how many hours are you putting into coding daily? Hey Andre, I code every single day for a minimum of at least 2 hours. Yesterday I coded for 6 hours straight, so you know it varies quite a bit. It varies quite a bit, but I stream for a minimum of 2 hours, and so I do a minimum of 2 hours of coding every single day. But altogether, I've been coding for about 11 months now, and I have well over 500 hours of live coding documented on this channel. So if you think about it, if you do 2 hours every single day for half a year, so 365 divided by, that's only 365 hours. So I've been coding at least for 2 hours every single day for half a year. That's at a minimum, but I've even done more than that. So I've done I'd say I've probably done 600 hours so far of live coding in less than a year. So we'll just say 365. That's 1.64 hours of coding every single day. So let's say I still have a month, so I'm going to do another 2 hours times. So I might hit maybe 700 hours of live coding every single day divided by 365 gives me just under 2 hours a day of coding every day of the year without missing a day in theory, like in math, amortized, right? Thanks, Sylvia. I appreciate you for coming in. You're awesome. Yeah, I have a degree in human biology and a minor in chemistry, and I've been teaching myself Python, React, C, JavaScript, HTML, CSS, data structures and algorithms, leak code problems. I've been teaching myself everything from scratch, from books, from videos, but mainly from books, and I've been documenting my progress every single day on this channel. Yeah, Sylvia, I just put up a demo video of my chromaplot.com project, so go check that out. I just released it. It's only 2 minutes long. I just put it up right before the stream. Okay, that looks good. Okay, let's go YouTube. Discord. Okay, so let's go here. Okay, so that looks good. I'm gonna leave that. Okay. So I'm gonna do this. This is what we're gonna do though.
Basically a year 2 CS student RN.
So this is what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this in its entirety. I'm gonna remove the card off. Basically a 2-year CS student right now. Is that what you guys would like? What do you guys think? Where do you guys think if in terms of collegiate level, like where would you say I am in the course of the 4-year degree of self-learning? I've been learning for 11 months, teaching myself every single day for about 2 hours minimum every single day. But where would you say and put me at in terms of like CS major relation? Would you put me at like a sophomore, junior level? What do you guys think?
5 Ilvia says good. Dat Steele says at the end of your year 2.
At the end of year 2, you think Dat Steele? That's pretty crazy. So I basically have doubled I've doubled the speed of the major almost in terms of learning.
Ilvia says sophomore year. Tim says let's do a community poll, Mike.
That's a good idea. Let's do that. How can I make a poll?
Tim says probably somewhere between sophomore and junior.
You guys are hyping me up. Let's do a poll. What level do you think I am?
Dat Steele says
CS
that
fresh.
not taking those useless classes colleges force you. Ilvia says FR Dat Steele. Andre says the grind is real, huh?
All right, there you go.
That's dope.
There's the poll. Yeah, I have a degree in human biology and a minor in chemistry, and I teach myself every single day.
On any algorithms or for calc courses like CS majors. That's prob where you fall short, but in terms of raw
Yeah,
coding, you can
definitely,
train
Tim.
with anyone.
So that's going to be my next step is you guys have any resources for math-related courses in terms of programming, that's what I'm going to be looking at next into getting into. So I'm going to be taking live math courses on the channel and using Python as my calculator. So I'm not going to be using a regular calculator to solve like a TI-84 or whatever. I'm going to be using Python and Matplotlib as my graphing calculator sources for doing all of this calculus or recalculus learning. I got up to 3,000 level statistics for scientists and calculus 1 in college, and so now I'm going to be relearning calculus, teaching myself. When I took calculus 1, funny enough, it was an inverted classroom, so I did teach myself calculus 1 back in the day. So I am going to be relearning calculus 1, pre-calculus, calc 2, 3, discrete math, linear algebra, all of that stuff. So we're going to be grinding away at that. And yeah, I might think about like maybe developing like a project as I take the calculus courses of kind of developing a kind of a Python library for just doing calculus based math. So what I might do is I might, while I'm taking notes and working through the problems and whatnot, I might make various functions and methods and classes to be able to do these computations very easily, and then you guys can also download that package or library that'll be like a calculus related library customized to my Python notes, which I think will be kind of cool. Let's get caught up on the chats here. Basically a year 2 CS student. That's insane. I'm a CS student. I need to start working on my project for this summer. Nice, Sylvia. Yeah, what kind of projects are you working on? I have a degree in molecular biology and I'm a full stack software engineer. Dude, nice. What was your roadmap like? Could you share some experience? And Nifinit? Could you share some experience? That's awesome. You should join my Discord, link down below if you guys haven't. It's a complete roadmap.
Both CS50 and CS50P are completely free, right?
Yes, they're completely free. Do not pay for the course on CS50. They are completely, the paid version has no difference in content. It only has a paid certificate versus a free certificate, but they have no difference in merit. So just take it for free. Let's do a community poll. Yep, got you. Because you're not taking those useless classes colleges force you to. The grind is real. It's dope. Although you haven't done any algorithms or for calc courses like CS majors, that's probably where you fall short. But in terms of raw coding, you can hang with anyone. Since you mentioned data algo, I would put you in the start of junior year. I mean, most first year students are still struggling to understand even a simple function with a loop. Bro's building his own calculator for real. Bro's about to reinvent mathematics. Bro's about to be the next Bill Gates. Both CS50 and CS50, yeah. They're completely free. I have a weekly course breakdown of CS50X live in my Discord. I took the course live on my channel, streamed it. Every single lecture I watched live, every single problem set I did live, and I have weekly breakdowns in my Discord.
That's terrific, sir. Also would love to hear your journey to software and...
Yeah, me too. I'm very curious. How'd you make that work?
Failing rate in CS is high.
Why do you think that is, Sylvia? Why do you think it's so high? Do you think a lot of people just really don't like computer science and programming? They get into it just because of the family pressures or societal pressures and...
LOLCS is the highest dropped out major. 5 LVSS usually it is math stopping them in classes that relates to hardware.
Math stopping them in classes that relates to hardware. Yeah, I want to learn more about hardware, computer hardware for sure. Like more about processors. I think processors are some of the most fascinating technologies that humankind has ever came up with. It is unbelievable how we've turned rocks and raw silicon elements into basically working electronic devices, like brains. It's so crazy. Yeah, I was trying to explain to my mom. She's like, why wouldn't you want to go back for a CS major? Why would you want to keep doing this? And I was saying, you know, she was asking me why CS majors like struggle, because my brother was kind of thinking about it and he kind of wants to be a pilot and he's kind of going through, he's a sophomore in college right now, and my mom was like, well, why don't you want to do CS? Your brother's teaching himself it, and then he was just like, nice, Sylvia, can you put that into Discord? Databases. Yeah, so I currently have a project where I wrote a database. I used SQLite to manage my database and do all that with fast API endpoints. So I do know some stuff about databases, but we need to get into more like Postgres, all that more modern stuff for sure. Okay, so this is going to be YouTube. We're going to go to my YouTube channel here. View channel. Copy. Paste that link there. This is going to be the YouTube. This is FA YouTube. Class name YouTube logo. Users expected corresponding to closing tag for YouTube. FA YouTube. Okay. So then what we'll go ahead and do is on our community page, we have a YouTube added on here. YouTube. We're adding in the YouTube icon. So we need to export YouTube. There we go. So then what we'll do here is we'll take our YouTube. So let's ask, what is the YouTube? What is the YouTube logo color code? What kind of projects are you guys working on? If you guys are like CS students or CS programmers, like what kind of projects have you guys been working on to, you know, showcase your work? If you guys are searching for jobs, let me know what you guys have been doing. I'd love to chat with you about it. Okay, the YouTube red, there we go. And then, so the source for this image is going to be YouTube.
says modern operating system.
Modern operating system. That sounds difficult. Are you building it from scratch, your whole operating system? HEIC. Doesn't like that.
Ejin Lambda says grinding lead code XD.
How to convert image. Let me open up Photoshop. Let me do that here. I have Photoshop. Let's open up Photoshop and let's convert this image over to a JPEG. So file, open.
5Ilvia says not that what the book is about.
Downloads. Okay, let's go file, export as JPEG.
Dad Steele says when are you going to make that channel hackathon?
Yeah, so you guys, for 2,000 subscribers, what I wanted to do was set aside like a few days, like a week, and then do like a channel whackathon where we get like 3 or 4 volunteers from the community, maybe some mods. We'll first start out with some of the channel mods, and we'll build a project all together over the course of like 5 straight days, you know, 2 hours a day during my streaming sessions. And I think it'll be a cool little hackathon like channel thing. Would be kind of cool.
5Ilvia says I worked on a project on a new game that currently in beta. It mostly character build for gaming that can be shared.
Nice. That sounds awesome. Okay. So now let's take this. Let's go here to YouTube.jpg. Here we go. Okay, and then YouTube channel. We'll say.
Tim says Mike announced the master's degree applications.
Should I go back for a master's, Tim? I kind of want to. Like, dude, I want to, honestly. Should I go back for a master's in CS? You plan on doing this completely self-taught, no paid courses? I haven't paid a single dollar for anything, Andre. So let that be like a testament to you guys that if you want to get to this current level that I'm at, all it really takes is just hard work, right? There are resources out there online for you to use. All college is just the reiteration of the same books and materials over and over and over again. So I would highly recommend you guys, just pick up one of the books, get rid of the middleman, and teach yourself. Even if you plan on still going to college, get rid of the middleman, teach yourself ahead of time, so when you get to college, you're already a leg up above all your other peers, and you can just really speed through things, and you don't have to stress about materials. You're learning harder and harder concepts while your peers are learning lower concepts. Yeah, you do not need to pay for a single thing. The internet is honestly CS courses and things like that. If you want structure, that's awesome, but honestly, paid CS materials are pretty scammy, in my opinion. The information is out there for free. You just have to be willing to put in a little bit of work to kind of weed through it. My Discord has already kind of done that for you by providing you guys resources that I have kind of verified up front in my own learning. But, if someone's trying to, it says, oh, you need to kind of buy this, it's really not true.
Says I learned CS from a site called the Odin Project. Andre says, makes sense. Todd.
Yeah, Odin Project, I've done about half of that. I did about 50%. You're progressing extremely fast, Michael. Congrats, haven't had time to self-study because of finals. No worries, coach. Yeah, people are in finals. How are your guys' finals going? Let me know how your finals are going. What area of CS are you planning to go into? Honestly, probably more data science related, maybe more STEM involving. I would be really interested in kind of taking a stab at using my current information about enzyme, protein purification, enzyme synthesization, advanced high-level filtrations, scale bulks. I would love to take that into AI and pharmaceutical. Right, so there's companies they're called Recursion Pharmaceuticals, RX on the stock exchange. I am a little bit of an early investor into that one. I do think that they might have a good product in the future, 10 to 15 years from now. And so I do have some money into their company, but I do think things like that, Ardelyx is another Bay Area related company that does kind of products with technology and AI and things like that. Yeah. Failing the Calc BC exam tomorrow. Oh, no, you got it. Mike, do you think the math is to weed out competition? No, I really think that the math is, people say it's not necessary, but, if you really think about it, math is everywhere and in everything. Now, it might not be at certain levels or certain advancements, but in engineering, if you're being a civil engineer or a whatever, you need to know these math concepts. So math is just a huge universal building block that I think gives you skills beyond computer science, just in terms of problem solving, ways of thinking, abstract creativity. I think it's just a mathematics skill is a whole skill that just in it help, I think.
Jim says you could do an online masters. Many schools have online CS masters made for people like you, Mike. Transitioning from a different career. 5 Ilvia says one of my math class had 60 students and we ended up with only 23 students.
Dang, half the class dropped out. That's brutal, Sylvia. What are you a CS student right now?
Says hi.
It's great to meet you, Sylvia. Hey, Danil.
Lambda first year, your name gives me PTSD lol. Dat Steele says me personally math has always been remembering the format to solve a problem.
Yeah, it's great for memory. It really stimulates your brain in ways that not a lot of other subjects are able to. So that's why I think math is critical. And then, I think that think about it like this. I'm going to quickly turn off the TTS. Think about it like this, you guys. This is my perspective. Right now, there are hundreds of thousands of CS students flooding the market, increasing competition. And over the course of my 11 months, the same or the general consensus that I have come up with from these CS students is that nobody likes to do math, right? Nobody likes to do math. It seems like 95% of people that come to say, hey, I'm interested in CS, but I'm just worried about the math. I don't know about the math. I don't want to do the math. Now, think about this as an opportunity, right? It's just like with the stock market. You have to be willing to buy when other people are fearful, right? The Buffett method. If everybody is fearing the math, you need to be the one that takes the math head on, right? If the majority of people aren't willing to go for the math and are scared of it, then you can take that need, fill that void and become an expert in those mathematics subjects and apply them to coding and then bring a completely new angle to the field. So, you know, don't be scared of things that are difficult, especially if other people are also scared of them. That should be kind of even more enticing to you as kind of like a entrepreneur in terms of like coding and your own abilities here, to like see like there's a void there, a gap. And why do you think there's so many like, why do you think like quant people are so successful? Is because they know the math. What they get paid so much because they're the only people that know the math. Like, you know?
Andre says, math is what improves problem-solving skills emo, not only in software but in every field.
Yeah. If I missed your chats, I'm sorry, you guys. There's a lot coming in. I really appreciate you guys chatting with me here. You guys are awesome. Let's go ahead and end the poll here.
Someone says, what level do you think I am? CS Junior, 47%. CS
47% says CS Junior. Wow, you guys are awesome.
33%. CS
Exactly. Zig when everybody else zags.
Poll complete. 17 votes. Coach says exactly. Zig when everyone else zags. This is why I'm optimistic. Because the masses aren't. Dinal says, can you recommend some online things to improve maths for CS?
I haven't gone into maths yet, but I'm going to be, my resources are probably going to be heavily like Khan Academy and book based. So I already have a Python machine learning book here that I'm going to be reading on channel. So make sure you guys follow along for that. When we get into some more math that relates to Python machine learning, we're going to be reading that alongside. So definitely, but I'm looking for some as well.
I don't even have a linear course in my school, so I studied it from pure interest. LOL.
Nice,
I'm
dude.
also a fresher, by the way. Coach Mo
Nice.
says machine learning. You should dive into stats.
Okay, let's go here. Okay, let's keep going here. So we have Discord button.
Coach says, oh wow. For me it was required for the CS degree in Lambda.
Right, we'll do here. YouTube image. And then here we'll do .YouTube p. And here we'll do .YouTube .YouTube logo.
Jamie says, EDX, the University of Texas at Austin Linear Algebra Foundations to Frontiers, good for linear algebra in CS.
Okay. Awesome. So that's what that looks like. I'm gonna take this out of here. Go here. Oop. Background color. This is going to be the.
Why do you get physical books? Aren't those free online?
I just got these. They were like only $5 on like Facebook Marketplace. So I wanted to have some stuff for the YouTube background here, and then also just physical references are good too. But I usually do the PDF versions, yeah. But they were only like $5 on Facebook Marketplace. I live in the San Francisco Bay Area, so there's tons of programming books that come up on Facebook. Cracking the Coding Interview, I swear, is on there for like $5. Like there's 20 of them on there. Okay, so we want to add in the YouTube color here.
Andre says, makes sense.
So here I'm going to do justify content space between.
5 Ilvia says, I like physical books when I find fair prices, or else it is Library Genesis.
So the thing is if I don't put in the exact same formatting here for these.
Andre says, brand new, they are expensive though. At least here in Costa Rica they are.
Oh yeah, for sure. Those books are definitely
Legion
pricey.
Lambda says, I also like physical books, but they're pretty expensive.
Yeah, definitely. They can be expensive. We only have calc and discrete. It's pretty bad, not gonna lie. That's how it's over here in our country. EDX, the University of Texas Online Linear Algebra Foundations Frontiers, good for linear algebra and CDS. Yeah, I took a senior stats course in college. So we'll have to refresh that as well. So subscribe to my YouTube channel where I live stream every day teaching myself computer science and programming. So let's do this. We need to go to the stylings. We need to go to give space evenly with 20%. So margin bottom on the logo. So then we'll also put in a margin top.
Tim says I should go on vacation to Costa Rica.
Pixels. We'll say 10 pixels. Okay. We'll say 5 pixels on the top. And we'll say
Andre says, oh, just not right now, it rains all day. Andre says love.
So the thing is I currently, they're not going to look the same. The spacing is going to be slightly off depending on how large this paragraph is. Right? So I need to give this paragraph a fixed spacing. Height, 50 pixels. 80 pixels. There we go. So now that has a fixed spacing here. And so these will line up evenly. Right? Let me make sure. Bust out the pencil on the screen here to make sure it's the same spacing. Yeah, they're the same. Okay. So subscribe to my YouTube channel where I live stream every day teaching myself computer science.
Andre says, well, it was nice chatting. Thank you for the info, Michael GN.
Hey, Andre, thanks for coming in. I'll see you tomorrow, dude. I stream every single day around 7 p.m. PST after my job as a formulation chemist. I have a degree in human biology and a minor in chemistry, and I work as a formulation chemist for a biotech company. As you can see on my homepage of my portfolio here, it's Thermo Fisher Scientific. I'm a scientist too in formulation chemistry, and I make biological controls for research and development, analytical testing, patient diagnostics, all that kind of good stuff. So I appreciate you being here, and I'll see you next time. Thanks so much for coming in. If you guys are new here, leave a thumbs up on the stream and consider subbing. Oh crap, I forgot to put back on the chat. No one reminded me. Tim, how'd you not remind me? Hey, 2050! Woo, 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 woo! 2050! Yo, let's go! We're about to hit 20. We're gonna hit 2100 soon. I was recording the demo video, so I took off the chat and the sub count. I forgot to put it back on, you guys. Tim, you didn't remind me. Shame.
5 Ilvia says, wow, he got his resume on the website. Wow.
Yeah, so this is the portfolio we've been building for the past about 3 days. I've been doing about 3-day sessions.
Says congrats.
So we have
Tim says 2050 OMG.
yeah, so we have employment experience, education, GitHub, and about. I'm a self-taught software engineer, professional formulation chemist. With my background, I transitioned to tech. These are the books I've read to further my knowledge. Beyond technical skills, my experience also includes cross-disciplinary exposure into business operations and accounting workflows. I do own a small business where I'm a pretty profitable small business for at least for our current expenses. So yeah, that's that. And then we have a blog post. I need to make a blog post here. And then yeah. And then we have project section, so I need to fix this video demo, and then we have this here. Discord, YouTube channel. So I'm gonna add in a LinkedIn card here. Okay. So let's copy this. Let's create a new component called LinkedIn.jsx. Let's paste that in.
Mike, where is your Cowboys hat?
My Cowboys hat. It's why? Do I need? Are the Cowboys playing? They're not playing right now.
Says good progress.
It's not the rotation for the Cowboys hat. I wear this one like 50% of the time, and then I shake up the other ones. I'm a creature of habit. What can I say? Okay, so we have LinkedIn. So let's go to my LinkedIn.
See you tomorrow, okay.
See you tomorrow, dude. Thanks for coming in, Danil. I really appreciate you being here. You're awesome. I'll see you tomorrow. Continue with Gmail. Okay, and then profile. Michael Deming, profile. Okay, here we go. So this is our LinkedIn.
Jim says my favorite is the 98 Kentucky Derby hat.
Yeah, that one's pretty good. I got to get some more hats though. Oh, I got another one. I went to this this is not estate sale, but this church. I was driving by, and this church had a bunch of clothing racks outside in their parking lot, and so I just pulled over, and everything was $1. So I got like an old mid 2000s like Vans shirt. I got a new old like vintage hat that I need to clean. I'll bust out on the channel. I got a cool like a kind of like a corduroy like pullover like I usually wear. I got a cool jacket, I think. Yeah, it was. I spent like $7. That was it. It was a steal. Okay, so we have our LinkedIn. Let me save image as save. Okay, I'm gonna go to here. Downloads. Save image to downloads. Bring this into our images. Copy this path, relative path. That's my LinkedIn profile pic. I was in the backyard doing an experiment. My long hair. I probably need to get a better picture. I think employers don't like my messy hair. When I first started streaming, you guys, if you guys go look back on my channel, when I first started streaming, I had hair down to my like nips. I look like Jesus. Okay, so this is going to be LinkedIn logo. LinkedIn. 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 This right now. LinkedIn. Okay, so now what we'll do, I streamed for about, I read almost a Python Crash Course in its entirety before I got any real viewers. I had a couple people stop in here or there. Dat Steel he was in here earlier. He was one of my first viewers, actually. He's an OG. If you're still in here, Steel. But yeah, and then Mahan was pretty early on too as well. But I finished a lot of the Python crash course reading live before I actually got any viewers. I was just by myself for a lot of the stream. Can we add a LinkedIn? We want to add FA LinkedIn. FA LinkedIn. There we go. So now give me, what is the LinkedIn color code? Hey, we hit 90 followers on the Twitch. Thank you guys so much for all the follows on Twitch. I really appreciate you guys, showing me all that love. You guys are awesome. Nice. Okay, so the color code for LinkedIn is this hex code. There we go. So now what we'll do is I'm going to go over to our styles, and we're going to add in the styles here for the LinkedIn. .card, .linkedin, right here, .linkedin, .linkedin logo. Okay, here, .linkedin, and a paragraph. Here, .linkedin, image. And then here, I'm going to copy this down, and then do .linkedin button. And then this is going to be that color code for the LinkedIn button. So then I'm going to say on this one, join server. On the YouTube. See, React is so nice because you can just put together pieces so fast that, like, it's just really easy to build the blocks together. LinkedIn, YouTube channel, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Where's the button? Oh, join, here we go. Visit channel, or view channel. There we go. So then we'll go back to our LinkedIn and we'll give a little paragraph here. Let's take this, let's say edit this. Okay, and then I'm going to put into this, I'm going to paste that into here. Round up, and then give me one for my LinkedIn. Okay, and then on the LinkedIn, there. All right, so this is what we got here. We have a projects and a community tab where you have some panes here, where you have a profile picture and logos at the top. You have the Discord server. You can click on this and get a link to the Discord server to join. Right? You can go to the YouTube channel. Boom. And then you can also go to the LinkedIn. Boom. That's my dog. Such a cute dog. What the dog doing? All right. What the dog doing? Oh, here's the dog. She's coming in here. You guys want to see the dog? Let's pull her up here. Hey, come here. You're okay. Come on. Here's the pup. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. All right. Sweet. That looks awesome. I'm going to change the border of the button. I don't want it to be black. I want it to be...
Mitchix 3254 says, "What up, Jesus?"
Hey, dude. Hey, Mitchie, how's it going? Welcome, welcome. What you working on? What are you working on tonight on stream? Okay, so we got the LinkedIn, YouTube, Discord. I'm going to go here to this box shadow on the button. I'm going to take this over to the button for the GitHub button. There. Now if I go home.
Mitchix 3254 says, "Doing all right, WBU." TZ says, "Aren't you worried how competitive CS is?"
No, not really. I'm just kind of learning computer science for fun. I think computer science and programming is fun. So, it's honestly...
3254 says, "Mostly reading system design stuff, WBU."
Where's my GitHub image? We'll have to do here. So, .github image. Action. Awesome. That looks good. So I'm gonna go to my homepage. I'm gonna go to my GitHub page.
Kogo says, "What do you do for living?"
I have a degree in human biology and a minor in chemistry, and I work as a formulation chemist for a biotech company. I appreciate you being here.
TZ says, "So you're not trying to get into the field?"
Whatever happens, happens. I'm not really putting a lot of pressure on it. I'm just kind of doing it for fun and streaming my progress and learning along the side and whatever, you know, if some networking happens and whatnot. But I think I am going to start applying for some positions though and throwing some stuff out there in June here once we get this project going and then maybe my spectroscopy project. So I released a chromaplot.com project. So I just put up a demo video for that. So go check that out. I made a paper chromatography simulator in Python and then convert it to a full stack using Fast API and HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. And so next I'm going to make a spectroscopy simulator for my next project. And once I complete that one, I think I'm going to push heavily for some applications. I'll have kind of enough projects and enough. I have 3 years of professional experience as a chemist. I have a contractor as a software engineer for a independent company, or Birdie Rose Clothes, where I built their entire small business ledger software. So I posted that. That was my CS50X final project. I used that as my final project for CS50X. And then the business owner for Birdie Rose Clothes, they gave me permission to also make the software I wrote open source for my community members. So if you would like to contribute to that project, join my Discord and get access to the thread in the Discord for the Small Business Manager open source project. But yeah, so a lot of people suggested to put that as well onto here because that was a real world. I built their entire a Tkinter GUI Python application to allow Birdie Roast Close to be able to manage their inventory, expenses, transactions via sales and returns, and automatic income statement generation and balance sheet generation. So they're currently using that to manage their entire, accounting portions of their business. So I think it's fairly applicable to include here on my experience. So did a lot of other people. What do you guys think? Okay. So I'm gonna remove this. You stay here, right here. Okay. So I go about blog. Open my blog stylings. Oh, my blog stylings like went away. Did I accidentally delete my blog stylings? Uh-oh. Weird. Uh-oh. My bad. Blog post. Text align right. Oh, because it's being impacted by the card on a blog post. So I'm going to take out the card here. Make blog post as such. Remove that. On blog. Right, you.
Dinal says, hey, what do you think about free CodeCamp?
Free Code Camp? I've never done anything on Free Code Camp, so I don't really have an opinion. At least a valid one I can give, so I'm sorry. I've never actually used their resources. Okay. So we'll have to style the blog post too. Okay. So let's fix this project here. Okay, so let's fix the project. Let's go to our projects page. We want to add in the chromaplot.com link. I'm gonna go to my channel here, go to my videos, Python project chromaplot simulator. Convert to embed. Just link. Okay, so I'll take this chromaplot.com demo video link. Convert. HTTPS. Okay, so why is that extended? Because of this. Let's go here. Project. It's on a card. It's on the project. So I'm gonna go here. Card. Comp cards. Go into project. Delete card. Delete link. Remove the card here. Turn that. Now do this. Card. Like such. Take this project. Place it into there. Card. Card. Open that up. Take this project. Place it in there. Okay, and then we'll go here. Card.project width 500 pixels. Hold on, so let's go project. Project. Width 300 pixels. Why is that getting bigger? Display flex. So we'll go here to dot projects. Display flex. Gap or align items center. Wrap, wrap. Projects. Okay. Display is flex. Flex wrap on the projects. Okay. Projects. And then each project, so each dot card dot project. Display flex, flap wrap, assign, justify. So now we want to set the width 100 pixels here. 200 pixels. 300 pixels. 500 pixels. Okay, looks good. Okay. Gap is 30.
Horyonks88 says, hey, I building a personal blog?
What does it have? most of us on the query is smaller. So here I want to do gap. Let's do the project. Gap. What is that doing? Dot project. It's getting all of that. So why? Justify content is each on each project. Here we go. Text align. Text. Text wrap. Break word. Show me an example of text wrap. Word wrap. Break word. Project. Project description. There we go. Oh, so on each project's why is that not? Why are those not going side by side? Card. Why those not going side by? They're shrinking appropriately to the width. Why are those not shifting? The projects, display flex, flex wrap, align center, just content space evenly. How does I remove this? So each project's section is on here. I don't get it. I didn't do it. Checks. Projects. What is all of these? Cards. Projects. Width of the projects is not 500. There we go. Width of each project. It's 500. That. And then percent of the current field. There we go. There we go. Perfect. That looks really good. Nice. So now it'll shrink appropriately. Right? And then extend out like that. Perfect. So I am going to preset a height though. Say 450. That looks good. So the thing is I need to what did I do to the paragraph down here? It said width 100%. So what I need to do is in the project, the paragraph, so the paragraph is here, right? Because in here what I did is I did this paragraph was selected, and then I took the paragraph and I did this to it. I set a max height to it. So I'll do that as well here for the project paragraph. Dot project paragraph height 50 pixels.
Travis says hello. What are you learning programming for?
Hey dude, how's it going? I'm just learning for fun. I've been teaching myself for about 11 months now. Every single day after my 9-to-5 job as a formulation chemist. Appreciate you for coming in. Thanks for being here. So I set the height 20. So if I go border. So I go like this. Border. Solid. 5 pixels. Black. Paragraph. Dot project description. now those will be the same height, no matter what. It's fixed to that. Here, so the height, 250 pixels. There we go. Oh, just like that extends out. So then I'm gonna say the project. Projects spaced evenly. Project. 100% of its container. So I gave a height. If I give a width here of 100%. It's going to fill out 100% of that. Okay. I want to set.
Skewit just says, how do you enjoy this, bro?
Hey, Skewy Chase. It's going good. I'm having a lot of fun building these. It's been pretty cool so far. So then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go to project. I'm gonna do paper chromatography and simulator. That.
Skewit just says, this is my major and it's so boring to code UI.
Yeah, UI is definitely not as fun, but it's you gotta get like a little bit of a knack. Like it doesn't take too much brain power to kind of do this. Like it's pretty easy to just kind of just go, right? It's not too difficult. So I can do it for longer periods of time because I'm not using my brain as much, if that makes sense. Okay, so then we'll go rid of that. Say, give me a short. Let's go here to my paper chromatography.
Skewit just says, how did you learn React?
I just watched the bro code video. It's a 4-hour video. I've watched about half of it so far. I still have some more to go. Give me a 1-sentence description of my chromaplot.com. A web-based tool. So here. A web-based tool for generating paper chromatography simulations via GIF. A web-based tool for generating paper chromatography. Chemical compound. Chemical compound. Paper chromatography via HF. Right? project.
Koryonks88 says, "Heyo, just curious, are you using any front-end UI library or building the layout from scratch?"
Everything I built is from scratch. It's on a project. Display. Flex. Box.
Koryonks88 says, "Cool, cool, cool."
Remove the small. And set project height. 100 pixels. 400 pixels. 50 pixels. 500 pixels. Okay, and then project. Oh, because that's I don't want this much spacing down there. I want to push the stuff down. Tuner. Project is squared into 500 pixels. The display. Flex. Flex, direction, column. There we go. I go here to the project, undo that. There we go. That's weird. There we go. 500 pixels, 500 pixels. Cool. Now if I remove this, I go back to the projects. Is a web-based tool for generating paper chronometry simulation of chemical compounds as animated GIFs. Oh, no. There we go. Is that a small? No, it's not. It's only a small. I'll do a small here. Python matplotlib. Matplotlib. lib, numpy, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Python, Tkinter, SQLite 3, JSON. Okay, so then I need to go here and grab my channel. Go to look up my task tracker. I'm gonna create a new project real quick. Let's go here. Ooh. Create a new card. Create a new project. Inside of this project, we're gonna house this information here. Project title.
Magnet says, what up man, it feels like the other day you were at 1,000 subscribers. Magnet says,
Hey Magnet!
before you hit the big million bar.
Thank you so much, Magnet. I appreciate you for all your kind words. And if you guys are new here, make sure you guys subscribe. We're going to be hitting 2,100 here soon. I appreciate you guys being here and hanging out with me. You guys are awesome. Yeah, the layout is all from scratch here, Orion. It's just all kind of in my own head here. Okay, so we have... create the project here. Right, so this is my inventory management system. Manage modular inventory. Manage a modular inventory system. Manage a class-based modular inventory system for unique part numbers, lot numbers, quantities, etc. So this is my okay, so this is my inventory management system, a class-based modular inventory system unique for unique part numbers, lot numbers, and quantities, etc. We build this entirely in Python with Python's CSV.
Go Guppy says hi.
Hey, Go Guppy, what's going on, dude? What is going on, dude? Welcome in.
Go Guppy says good to see ya. Hope all is well.
Good to see you too, Guppy. How are you doing?
Go Guppy says hope you're enjoying the building my brothera.
It's going good. Yeah, it's fun so far. I'm having a good time. We've been streaming for 2 hours and 52 minutes, so if you guys are enjoying the stream, please leave a like on the stream. It really, really helps.
Guppy says, my week totally fucked.
Why? What happened, Guppy? What did you...
Go Guppy says next week much better.
You have, index.
Go Guppy says well I can tell you all about it. Thankfully not computer family related. John says, would be cool to have the cards grow a little bit when you hover on them.
That's a good idea. Like, they kind of, like...
Go Guppy says, want me to recite it so that TTS can say it?
I guess.
Go Guppy says it's PG, don't worry. Tim says Mike, the chat is paused on the stream I think.
Chat is paused on the stream. Huh. Why? Why? Where's my social stream? Where is my social stream? What's going on? What the heck? What the heck? What happened? What? What's going on? It should be a translucent background. So we camp when you're ready to have a full. Get a camper at a leaky, faulty toilet valve. Bathroom toilet valve leaked 2 years ago. I had to replace the valve this soon when I dewinterized it. Why is that not transparent? Translucent background page. Force transparent background. Copy link.
Guppy says replaced the subfloor, installed 9/32 ply subfloor, and after many Home Depot trips we have a decent, dare I say, nice, bathroom. Michael says test. Go Guppy says 32 HRS of replacing. John says, are you using OBS with custom CSS? Go Guppy says, I'm hearing TTS again.
Sorry, I'm
John
getting close.
Says more CSS practice lol.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, sorry, I don't know what happened. Something got out of sync there. Now it's all good. Thanks for the reminder, John. Now, I'm using a social stream, and social stream has its own built-in CSS features that you can like toggle on and off. Yeah, my growing up, we had like a couple of campers and like a trailer and stuff, and an RV, and there was always something wrong. Like that's the thing with camping is there's something always goes wrong, right?
Guppy says shit breaks all the time.
Yeah, those campers, like camping stuff, it's like I don't know. I think it's just cheaply built. Like it's stuff just breaks so often. That gap is too small. That gap's too small. 40. So why is there a why is this gap down here? Why is the horizontal gap versus vertical gap different? Okay, so you can apply two separate gap values. So you can provide a 10 by 10 pixel gap. Space evenly. Huh. Interesting. Because now these will touch before they sync, right? So we just need to have a little bit of gap there so that they don't touch really before they move on, right? So now they won't touch, they have a gap there. So if I say like 2 pixels for the vertical gap, what if I say 2 pixels here and 200 here? Okay, so that's the horizontal gap. The vertical gap doesn't. So if I say 200 on the vertical gap, then it goes. So if I say 20 pixels here on the horizontal gap, and I give 10 pixels here on the vertical, you get 20 by 20. Now that's perfectly even. That horizontal gap needs to go up. So let's say 40. No, that's vertical. 40. Let's do 60. See, now these gap and this gap is somewhat similar. It's not perfect, I don't think. I think it might be 50. Yeah, that looks pretty good. That's pretty close. It might be 55. It might be 60, actually.
Scaristic says it's looking good.
Yeah, so now the gap, right, will basically stay to the sizings when you go to do the flex. Like that. There you go. See? And then if I drag up, let's just hide. Nice. So I'm going to go here. Margin bottom 0.
Dinnell says nice man, this looks cool.
Okay. All right. So now we just need to finalize these projects, get them kind of in order here. So our first project we ever built was the inventory management system. The chemical inventory management system. A class-based modular inventory system for unique part numbers, lot numbers, quantities, etc. A class-based. Let's have it edit this. Thank you, Danil. I'm glad you like it. Scary Sticks, what's going on, dude? With the camper stuff, it always seemed like stuff with the shower and the bathroom and anything with water was always a problem. Like anything with running water is like a disaster on a camper. A class-based modular inventory system for managing unique part numbers, lot numbers, quantities, and other attributes of chemical
John says, do you have a flagship project, something you can put at the top as your best showcase?
Yeah, that's going to be the chroma plot. The chroma plot is our flagship so far, and then I'm going to make another project after this to be, it's going to be we have chroma plot, and then I'm going to do spectroscopy simulator next. So we're going to do a chemical spectroscopy visualizer, similar to the chroma plot. a class-based modular chemical what are the other attributes? Use Python and CSV. The demo video is, so the demo video is this guy here. This is the demo video for this one, right? That's our CS50P final project. The repo link home. Did I upload it? Oh, I don't think so. Crap, I don't have a repo link. That's okay. I'll need to get a repo link then. So I copyrighted this in 2024. Okay, cool. If I go margin bottom 0 here on the small. Do anything. Okay. Nice. So Chromoplot is a web. Okay, we have Chromoplot. It's a web-based tool for generating paper chromatography simulations of chemical compounds as animated GIFs. Python, Matplotlib, NumPy, HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Project demo link, GitHub repo. That one's done. Small business manager. Give me one for my small business manager. A comprehensive, easy-to-use management tool for small businesses designed to track finances, inventory, sales, and accounting data. And double entry accounting information. And annual double entry accounting information. Business ledger tool for small businesses designed to track finances, track inventory, expenses, sales, / returns, finances through annual double entry accounting and annual finances through double entry accounting practices. Okay, Python to Kinter SQLite, JSON, project demo link, repo, release date, cool. So the CLI task manager, command line interface task manager that helps organize, prioritizing tasks, your to-do list with ease and efficiency. A tool that helps you organize, prioritize, and track your to-do list with ease and efficiency, allowing for expiration of tasks and more. Daytime CSV Kase, a tool that helps you organize, prioritize, and track your to-do list with ease and efficiency, allowing for expiration. While allowing for expiration of tasks and more. Featuring task expiration and more. The chemical inventory system, a class-based modular inventory system. So task tracker, let's go find that. Here it is. Convert to embed link. Nice. All right. Woo! All right. That looks good. All right. That is successful. So we've successfully added on some instances here for our individual projects. So I do need to add an emoji though for that project. So the chemical inventory management system, I need to add on an emoji to the end to keep the formatting. Inventory storage. Nice. That looks good. That looks good. What do you guys think? You guys like it so far? Okay, so this is what we got. I think I might be done for tonight. We have a home where we have employment experience, education, and a GitHub section. We have a cool little visit profile button to visit the profile of my GitHub. We have contributions and then a GitHub heat map here. We have an about section, right? We have a blog section.
John says, capital W.
We have a project section where I have my 4 projects so far listed out, where I have the ChromaPlot paper chromatography simulator, the small business manager, the CLI task manager, and the chemical inventory management system. So now, and then you can click on these and view all of my demo videos live embedded into this page. Hello everybody, which is really cool. And then right, I just need to also maybe add in like a button like at the bottom here at the end to visit repo, right? Like go to the repo, because we are providing within the props the repo link, but in the actual project I'm not actually using the repo link anywhere. So we can provide the repo link if we want here as well. But yeah, then we have this community section where we have our 3 communities.
That handsome fellow.
We have our 3 communities here. We have our Discord server. Join my community Discord server to get access to my roadmap of self-study resources and programming. Subscribe to my YouTube channel where I live stream daily as I teach myself computer science and programming from the ground up. And then connect with me on my LinkedIn to follow my journey into tech and self-taught computer science. Let's grow together. So I might want to add in, I'm going to add a little thing here below the names for the amount of members really quickly. Let's do that. So let's go here quickly to our Discord. We're going to, below the server here, we're going to add in a paragraph.
Tim says, Mike, don't forget to wish Mama Deming Happy Mother's Day. There's still time. John says, can make the repo links be the little GitHub icon that would look clean.
Yeah. We'll have to make the repo links be a GitHub icon. 500 plus members. I'm gonna make this, we'll go style here. Margin. 0. And I'm going to do the same thing for this guy. Might get rid of this then. Let's push down that. 100 plus members. Why is there like so much spacing there? Margin, top. Why is there so much spacing here?
Tim says, dang, Mike just got flamed in the Discord.
Got flamed in the Discord? Bruh. It's never good enough. It's never good enough. Take, and take. It's funny. So what if I instead made this a small? Now you get that margin 0. I'm gonna remove this style. 500 plus, there we go. I think the paragraph has some built-in margin in it. So we'll go here to LinkedIn. Paste that there. Go 50 plus connections. I don't have that many connections. You want to connect with me on LinkedIn, feel free. I'll connect with you. I don't have any connections. Be my friend, please. Be my friend. 2,000 plus subscribers. 500 plus members, 200 plus subscribers, 50 plus connections. So we'll go here. I'm going to go to the Discord. I'm going to do this. Discord. Or I'm going to make this a class. Actually, we'll go here. We'll make this a class. We'll say social stat, right? Social stat, statistic. Social stat. And then I'll go here and access this social stat class. And then we'll go ahead and make the font size 10 pixels. We'll make it 50 pixels, 20 pixels, 15 pixels. Okay. There we go. Okay, that looks good. That looks really good. What do you guys think? That looks awesome. Woo-hoo! All right. If you guys haven't left a like yet on the stream, please leave a like. I really, really appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. Okay, so that looks good. So I want to know if I can give like a hover effect to override the box shadow on hover. So let's see here. Let's look up, show me example of hover effect.
John
Let's
says,
go.
I wonder if GitHub API lets you access total stars across repos.
Oh, I wonder, that's a good stat too to have. We could access like stars on GitHub. I might add another GitHub card here. I know we have the GitHub on the front here, but I might add in another one here just to have it again. So what we'll do is we can add in okay, so we go, let's grab the dot Discord, YouTube, and LinkedIn. Dot YouTube. And dot LinkedIn. Let's apply a hover effect to all of these. Let's open this up. Let's set
3254 says lurking.
Let's set box shadow. We'll set it to this, but we'll set this to like black. Let's see if this works. So this is going to be dot card dot Discord dot card dot YouTube dot card. So what if I just give it to the dot card hover rather? So now you have this hover effect on the box shadow. Now what I'll do is I'll make the spread really large. I'll make these 1, 1. So now you get this kind of background hover effect when you go over the cards. Nice. Look at that. Woo! 25. The spread a little bit bigger. I'm going to make the black just a little bit more of a darker gray. Here we go. Now you have a kind of like a hover. So it has this shadow effect on it, but then when you go and actually hover, it kind of creates this overarching hover. So if I say 0 pixels, 0 pixels, now there's no actual offset, it's just directly behind. And then we increase the spread, let's say to 30. There we go. Woohoo! Oh yeah, let's go. So then I'm going to also apply this to any button that we have as well. So .card hover, .button, or we'll go button hover. So you also get this effect on the button hovers. And then what I'll do is I will remove the box shadow on the actual buttons themselves. Right? And then we'll go up to the box shadow on the GitHub button up here and remove that. So now when we go home and go over this button, we'll get this hover feature as well. I'm going to make that spread on the hover button be a little bit less. It's a little bit too drastic. So on the hover button, I'll take this and apply it here, but make the spread 20 because it's a fairly small. I'll make it even less, let's say 10. There we go. And then here we'll make this spread, let's say 25. Nice, that looks really good. Hey Mitchie, what's going on, dude? All right, I think I'm done here for today, boys. This was a 3.5 hour stream. Oh, I do want to add a hover on these. So what happens if let's make if I go to my header, okay, this H1 then, it's going to get this has a class name of header title. Okay, so header title, and then we'll provide a class name for these guys.
Distracted says 2053 subs already, let's go.
Hey dude, yeah, it's awesome, huh? Isn't that so cool? Link. Okay, so we'll say class name here is equal to, we'll say header page, header page. Okay, I'm going to take this class, I'm going to apply the hover effect to that as well. So dot header page hover. Oh, so that's hovering on the actual link. So we need to apply that not onto the link, but onto the paragraph, or the anchor, rather. right? And then put that last name, header, page. So now if I say home here,
Ayazik says, I think you're looking for text shadow.
text shadow. Oh. Thank you so much. So what happens if we put this here then? And let's change the here, this is text shadow. I'll go here, color. We'll say it's gonna be we'll grab, let's say, a little bit darker. A little bit darker. There we go. A little bit lighter. There we go. Okay, so now we'll add in that class name. So we don't even need this anchor tag then. You don't need to apply it to anchor tags. You can have it be in the link. So I'll take this and apply it to all of these. Like so. And so now we get a hover across all of our navs. Now I'll also apply it to the header title. Now, sweet. Now you have hover effects over across the cards, all buttons, and then across our navs. Woo! That looks sweet. I'll make this 97 to be consistent. What do you guys think about that? Now, what I would, if you click on the page, right, maybe I should make it so that it stays that color, right? So you can know which page you're selected under currently, right? So it would be highlighted. Oh, I'm under home, so it's highlighted.
Distracted says doing great.
How would you do that? How would you specify to have this
John
color?
says W. Distracted says looks lovely.
How would you specify the color to stay if you are on this page? Like if I'm in the home page, do I need to set the style, override the style of this nav to be that for home? Or how do you?
John says, you need state for that, right?
Oh yeah, you have to use state. we have to maintain the state across refreshes. Okay. That'll be a task for a different day, I
Bobby
think.
says, where is haircut?
Haircut. Not yet, Dobby. We're saving money. Not in this climate. Okay, let's go here. Let's go get add. Get status. Cool. Get commit. Finalized community tab. Right, added hover features to card, nav, header, and buttons. Okay, let's go get checkout dev. So get merge dev community. Git push. Okay, I'm on dev, so git branch. I'm on dev, so give me so what happens if I go git check out dev react? It goes way down to what we had before. Okay, so git check out dev. Okay, let's go so git dev community and dev react. So I'll go git branch dev and main push. Everything's up to date. Sweet. So now if I go to my GitHub here, zoom out, MD portfolio website, pushes 1 minute ago. Finalized community page, added hover. Sweet. Nice.
Magnet says, gotta go for tonight. Nice stream, see ya tomorrow, D.
See you tomorrow, dude. I appreciate you coming in, Magnet. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. I'll be on around 7 p.m. PST. Okay, so then make sure we have all our those are all in there. Cool. All right, so we have a home page where we have this information, right? We have an about where we have this information. We have a blog. I need to style this. We have projects, and we have a community. Looks really, really good. It's really clean. It's basic. It's simple. It gets the job done. It's, you know, it provides the necessary information, very, very apparent. Like everything is there. There's no clutter. There's no, you know, no issues with having to find information. I think this looks really good. All right, you guys. Thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. I really, really appreciate you being here. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to the channel as I stream every single day around 7 p.m. PST, teaching myself how to code, mainly in Python, but now we're starting to expand out into more front-end frameworks, more full-stack frameworks to further, encapsulate our projects into a more full-stack, internet accessible environment, which is really, really awesome. We successfully completed the community page today, where we added in we finished up the project page and then also finished the community page to provide three our instances for our community, or our different communities offered here on my channel, our YouTube channel, our Discord server, and my current LinkedIn. We have an about, a blog, our current projects, our 4 current projects that we have written so far. Has it really only been 4 projects? Do I really only have 4 projects? Chromoplot, Small Business Manager, Task Tracker. Oh, I guess so.
DR says, what's the point of learning front end when there's gonna be AI asking FR? Anonymous 7 says, oh, we just got here from the raid. Are you ending your stream?
Oh, someone just raided? Oh, 38 with a party at 38. Oh, dang. Hey, you guys, I appreciate you joining me. I was just about to sign off, but I guess I'll stay on for a little bit longer and say hello. Thank you so much for the raid. I really appreciate you, Zed. Thank you so much for the raid again. You're awesome, dude. Yeah, so I've been building this full-on front-end portfolio.
Yeah, can you show us some of your work for a bit?
Yeah, no worries. I'll show you. So for those that don't know, I have a degree in human biology and a minor in chemistry. I am building a portfolio site here to further display my projects, my resume information and stuff to recruiters to start maybe applying to dev jobs here in June. So I have a page here where I have employment experience, education, and my GitHub. I have a button here to visit the profile of my GitHub. I have my contributions so far this year. I need to fill out this information here. I have an about section, right, with some hover features. It's just a short little paragraphs about myself. I have a blog section where I'll post some blog posts. I do need to style up the contents within this card and make this card smaller. And then I have my projects displayed here within these card formats with these hover features. My Chromoplot paper chromatography simulator. If you haven't checked out that project, I just uploaded today my demo video, so you can get access to that. My small business manager, my CLI task manager, and then my chemical inventory management system. And then I also added in this community projects community tab page today, where we have 3 cards that you can access and join the Discord server. You can access my YouTube channel, and then you can access my LinkedIn. So I probably need to add an additional card for my Twitch as well. So I'll have that be here as well. So I need to do that too. But yeah, so I've been teaching myself every single day around 7 p.m. PST. And we've been building this portfolio site to display our efforts here to recruiters and potentially start, applying for jobs, which will be really, really awesome and fun. Thank you, everybody, for being here. If you guys haven't followed along, I appreciate you guys being here. We're 10 follows away from 100 followers on Twitch, so I appreciate everybody being here.
Nice, that's more than I have right now.
Nice, Zed. Do you guys like it so far? Do you guys like the format and how it looks? I think it looks pretty clean and nice. I want it to be very simple, but also, kind of more professional looking was my goal. I have this code on my GitHub if you would like to see. We're building it in React here. I've been learning React over the past about 3 days. So in 3 days, I was able to build this so far using React while watching the bro code React stuff. I appreciate everybody being here. Thank you guys so much for joining me here. You guys are awesome. Looks good. Nice. Nice and simple. Yeah, exactly. I want it to be nice and simple, provide the necessary information, and get the job done. All right. I think though I really appreciate the raid, but I have been streaming for almost 4 hours, so I think I am gonna go ahead and call it here for today. So let's go ahead and find someone that we can raid. Thank you guys so much for being here and for, you know, joining me on this raid. You guys are awesome. Okay, let's do this one. I like her. Let's see. Ambivalent Bunny. We'll rate her. Now you can't leave too famous now. All right, let's go ahead and slash raid. AMBIVALENTBUNNIE. Ambivalent Bunny. All right, we'll raid here. Let's go ahead and get the reaction. Oh, come on. Come on. Did she get the raid call out yet?
That makes sense. Hi, Guppy. How are you? Dang it, Misty. That makes sense, actually.
All right, yeah, we
Now
just raided
I'm
her.
like,
What's she building? She's building the website.
oh god, that means I have to rewrite my entire code. Okay, hold on. Aw, thanks, Guppy.
Oh.
I appreciate it. Yeah, I actually posted on my... No, I did not, Wolfie, but that's not a priority right now because I can still demo my code locally.
What's she building?
Oh my gosh, Michael.
Here we
Thank
go.
you so much for the raid.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Well, I don't know how to shout out my... Oh my god, and I can't type either.
I love raiding people. It's so fun.
Oh wait, hold on. Are you rating me or are you asking to collaborate? Because I see a collaborate request.
I misclicked.
Not to be rude, I'm going to let you know I am declining your collaborate request because
I misclicked bad.
I'm guessing I do see that you rated me. But I don't, yeah. So if you would like to collaborate, please reach out. And then we'll talk off stream. Thanks for gifting a sub to Michael. How was your stream today? Did you just
I'm confused. What?
start streaming or hold on? Let me go see. Biochemist. Oh my goodness.
I'm confused. Wait, what?
Wait, what do you do in biochemistry? No worries, no worries. What do you do in biochemistry?
What? I'm confused. What is going on? Is she talking to me?
Hold on. Learning programming live. Awesome. Hey, same here. Same here.
I'm so confused.
Learn Python. That's amazing. That's amazing. Good luck. Good luck on your programming journey. I am also on a programming journey and it's quite chaotic. Say the words. Yeah, I want to hear more. So, I actually have a couple of friends. Who were okay, two. I have two friends. Two friends, okay?
What?
That were in biochem. One of them worked.
What is this?
Man, I don't remember what he did at his old company, but he actually transitioned in his old. A couple is too. I don't have very many friends, but he shifted in his company, and then as into
I'm so
software engineering, just kind of doing.
I got gifted a
JavaScript
sub.
and stuff like that, and then
It said Michael Deming subscribed, but I didn't subscribe.
and is actually working at a very
What happened?
reputable company
What?
now. I do have chat love. I do. That is very true. Python. Wait, for me,
I'm so
Python
confused.
is my.
I don't know how
is
this
my
all
first-
works on Twitch.
Well, sort of. Hi, Orblish. So technically, if we want to get into it, JavaScript was my first language way back when,
So confused.
during MySpace days. But it was very like
I'm so confused. I don't know how Twitch works. Okay. All right, you guys, I'm gonna get off here. Yeah, Twitch is confusing. I don't know how this works. Anyways, I'm gonna sign off here. I really appreciate you guys being here and joining me. This was super fun. We built this. We got pretty much our project, 95% done. We just need to add in a couple of features and fix some stuff here. As you can see, just fill in some information and then it'll be all done. So anyways, I really appreciate you guys being here. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks so much for joining me. I'll be back tomorrow around 7 p.m. PST after work. Anyways, take care, guys.